The government's own consultation document recognises that Albury is a high flood risk area. Now it just dismisses that and says, but we can deal with it. But actually I wonder whether you can. One of the problems is that you'd have to raise the level of the site very substantially, and then the question is, well, where does the water go? What does it do to the neighbouring landowners? And of course the more you raise the site, the more intrusive it is. So it's not going to be hidden away, it's going to be raised up and then have huge towers on top. So it really is going to be a blot on the landscape, and it could well end up being a bad neighbour from the point of view of flood risk. One of the things I've found is people are already baffled by the consultation process. There are consultations organised by the people who are putting the application in, Horizon Nuclear Power. There's consultations organised by the Department for Energy, and that's to do with the whole national policy that the Infrastructure Planning Commission will use when they decide whether to go ahead or not. And of course, even once the bid has gone in, and it will be many, many months before that happens, then the Infrastructure Planning Commission will have their own consultations, public meetings and so on. And of course the Parish Council are asking what people think, Seth Gloss Council asking what people think, I'm asking what people think. And the danger is we get consultation fatigue. People will say, I've told you what I think, why do I have to tell you again? And one of the things I've said is that I'm concerned that people will respond, for example, to the applicant, to Horizon. Horizon then have to produce a summary. So actually you're telling the people who perhaps you disagree with what your views are and having to rely on them to give a fair summary back. And one thing I'm encouraging people to do is copy their submissions to the Infrastructure Planning Commission, to the Council, so that those bodies know what people think, not just viewed through the filter of what the applicant have to say.